Hello everyone, I'm Melita Saripurba. I'm one of the presenters of EFL curriculum analysis class today. So first, I say thank you to Prof. Nandan and also Pak Pazri for giving me chance to present my critical review about an article which has title Exploring a Curriculum Application and a Social Communication Application for EFL Learning, which have been conducted by Bin Zhou, Hui Li, and Zia Ying Li in 2018, and it is published in a reputable journal, Computer Assisted Language Learning. So, our presentation consists of introduction, general comments, and review analysis. So the first, we go to introduction. The burning issues or technology has developed at an impressive rate, and the enhancement in the mobility and connectivity of mobile devices help to create a new way for a student to learn English. So mobile technologies give a great opportunity for EFL learners to practice more a variety of English skills, and also as portable devices, it is accessible for the teachers to adopt the technology into the classroom. And the objective of the review is to find out the strengths and the weaknesses of the article to enrich the reader's ideas in terms of a curriculum application and a social communication application for EFL learning. In line with the burning issues, so Zhou and friends came with impressive ideas by investigating the curriculum application and social communication application in the EFL learning in terms of motivation and perception. And the research was conducted in China at a university which has about 84 participants coming from Singapore students in economic classes which took EAP courses, English for academic purpose courses. And questionnaires and interviews were administered in that research. And the specific application which designed by the researchers is WeChat. So WeChat is just like WhatsApp or Line for it is used to send message, picture, and video. And in this cases, a classroom based on the social communications application, WeChat was set up to help students to learn English. And the important findings, it shows that most of the learners accepted blended learning in the classroom. It means that many students are motivated to use the application on mobile language learning because they think it is useful for them to enhance their ability in English, and they like it. And also, about 84% participants asked questions in English in WeChat classroom or class forum, it means that the student gives positive attitude toward the application in terms of convenience and accessibility. So next we talk about general commands, and the first is general commands on abstract. So on abstract there are some weaknesses. According to Creswell, there are some items that we need to take into consideration to make a good abstract. So here, Creswell said problem being addressed, central purposes, brief information about methodology, and also key result and methodological review. But here, the burning issue is not stated clearly. So, in abstract, there is only one sentence before the purpose. That is, mobile applications are broadly used by students in and after class to improve their language skill. So, it's not really well stated. And also the second is the research method is not stated clearly also, whether it is qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method. And the reviewer thinks that it's better to state that items in the abstract so it can show the description, brief description to the reader how the research is conducted. And the third is, it is not stated the kinds of the specific curriculum application that the researchers mean. So on the abstract, there is the specific curriculum that the researchers mean is WeChat, but it is not stated. However, the strengths or purposes of the study came as the second core, and they have been arranged well, and the result are briefly stated, and then there is also well written conclusion. So next we go to the research methodology. According to Ari in 2002, so to ensure the trustworthiness of the study, the triangulations are needed, and this article has triangulation of data sources, and also the procedures are described well. However, according to Gell, a researcher must develop a sound plan for selecting the sample, collecting data, and analyzing data. And it is not stated why the researchers chose 28 students to be interviewed from the 84. And also, it is not stated how the data were analyzed. So it is important to tell the reader how the data will be analyzed. So the findings, it can show how the findings can reach the objective of the study or answer the research questions. And on findings and discussions, the article is comprehensive and informative. The article provides the findings cater the research questions, and also it completely provides depth explanation about the motivation and perceptions of the learners toward the curriculum application and a social communication application. And the weaknesses, or the first, there are no previous data. So the reviewer thinks that previous studies are very important to show criticism, to support the findings, or to uh, argue. And also there is a discussion beyond the topic. So it showed that the students provided positive comments on intercultural communication. So the reviewer thinks that the researchers should make limitation uh, the limitation on analyzing the data. Okay, so we go to the conclusions. Um, the conclusions are drawn well by stating brief descriptions of how the findings meet the objective of the study. It shows that it is put in the conclusion that the majority of the students have positive attitude toward the curriculum application and also social communication application, and also can motivate the students' enthusiasms since they are convenient to use that application, and also they have a lack of being nervous, and also easy to share their ideas on WeChat forum. And the recommendations are proposed well. For example, a class forum accessible to mobile devices should be taken into consideration. And next we go to the review analysis, and the first is in terms of chronological order of mechanism, the article is presented well, understandable, and readable, even though there are some missing points. In some parts of the research, the reader can grasp or understand the content of the article. And in terms of EFL curriculum, it is drawn that using WeChat in EFL learning make the students more comfortable, easy to talk, and lack of being nervous. However, teachers should also adopt appropriate strategies to facilitate the students' mobile learning to improve learning of the students. Otherwise, mobile learning may not be as effective as expected, because not many applications are directly connected to EFL classes or curriculum. So it can make the teacher difficult to use application in the classroom. And then the result of the research shows also, by using the mobile application may increase the possibility of the students to accomplish the standard of curriculum, but on the other hand, the disturbance which are probably ignored may be appear, since the other purposes can be the core of attention of the students, since it's more interesting, like entertainments, game, and also the application did not integrate it into the curriculum. So, for example, the widget itself has brought um brought the what I say the positive the positive thing to the students, but we know that WeChat um, is mostly used as general communication tools, right? And we also know that the learners who use mobile application in language learning is not surely better than the learners who don't use them, since the frequency of the use mobile phones can probably disrupt the learners while engaging in the classroom, and also the other purposes uh, can make their attention what I say can attract them. And the results of the research also shows the positive attitude, and but on the other hand, students' lack of control in using mobile phone for non-academic purposes can be a constraint in learning, since according to Swaney and Moore in 2012 also, that majority of existing applications have not yet been very pedagogically useful, because there is the possible knowledge gap between the application developers and then the language teachers, and we can say that uh, the mobile application developers have insufficient knowledge about pedagogy, while the language teacher who have the uh, pedagogical knowledge are not interested in mobile learning. So for the teachers, it's better to find the other application which are close with pedagogical purposes. And overall, this article is very good and suitable or useful for EFL reader to give insights about the curriculum application in EFL learning. And that's all about my presentation. So thank you for your attention and good morning.